So, hi
Hey.
everybody. Welcome to Monday night's show of shows.
Yeah. Oh,
I
Cindy
don't
Lou
even
Who
know
has
it.
popcorn.
Sin Lou
Yay.
has popcorn. Hello,
Wow.
dum dums.
Hello, dum dum.
Hello, dum dum. So, what we're going to be doing tonight is absolutely nothing. Just, just not gonna
Well,
lie.
we're doing the show. We're commenting on the extra show. We're talking about nothing.
Yeah, and I wound up picking four clips, and
I can't believe you
when I
were able to
was
find four.
texting, I know it was just literally, it was mining for gold in a dead person's teeth. That's basically, that's basically what this felt like. And yeah, and there wasn't much.
I
And
mean,
it took me all day to listen to the stupid
I
show.
mean, literally, it's like trying to look for a gold coin at the dog ate. You know what I mean?
It's
At the end, when you're going through trying to find.
It's like when you're like 12 years old and your parents buy you a metal detector and you think you're going to find like something amazing in your backyard, but the only thing that's buried back there is like, dogs from 1920 and,
The tags.
and maybe like a fork that somebody threw out the window. That's
A couple nails.
that's what this show that's what this show is. It's freezing down here.
It's
And
brutal. It's not
brutal.
it's not humane. It was 30 degrees. It was 30 degrees in my house this morning. It was ridiculous.
You
I'm
know,
sorry. There was frost. It was I can't stand this.
Ida says, "Please, it's 7 degrees in
Hey,
Chicago."
I'm sorry. We all have our level of suffering. 30 is suffering.
Yeah, Beth's lonely assistant. There's no reason for you to listen to the rest of the Stern Show. You didn't miss anything. Nothing happened. It literally took me all day to. My timber is better. It took me all day to get through the show, and in terms of taking all day to get through the show, I wound up with about 3 minutes worth of clip material for you guys to listen to. So that's what you're getting tonight.
And these are the highlights because I listened to most of
And
the
that's
show.
not saying, and
There's
that's not
just
saying
there's
much.
not a lot of there's not a lot of highlights going on.
Yeah, I must tell you that I have heard from, and as Dennis knows, I spoke to somebody today, and we were on the phone, and he said, one of my really good friends from like, when I used to live up north, called me and said, I just got a new car and it came free with Sirius. And he's like, so I decided to give Howard a listen. I haven't listened to him in forever. And he was like, what the hell is going on there? He's like, what show is this? Like, who is this show for? And it's like, duh. I mean, that's what we've been saying
We say it the whole time.
for forever. But they don't know. They don't know that. They don't know that he's changed because everything the media portrays about him is still that he's this, this guy, this
So
crazy shock jock dude.
here's a thought.
What?
It is what is it the 24th of January,
Yeah.
right? Middle of all these things that are going on in the world, like in the entertainment world, there's a lot of stuff about to happen, right? Because
A lot of
it's end of
stuff.
January,
A lot of shit
and
coming
there
up.
hasn't been a guest on the show yet.
No.
Not a single guest. And we're
We
going
have
into
Johnny
week 3.
Knoxville tomorrow because Jackass is probably the most seminal movie to be coming out
that's
since,
so Johnny Knoxville.
2004.
So still no celebrities coming on.
No,
Okay.
no celebrities.
Okay.
No
So
celebrities. Yes, I am Siler. Shuli had a meet and greet where like four people showed up.
I was so upset. Okay, let me explain
Yeah,
what
can you
happened
tell us
that
why
day.
you didn't show up that
Okay.
day? Okay.
All right. I had the Gasparilla Children's Parade that day. I could not go to because I would have. That's only 10 miles from my house. I more than would have loved to gone over there and gotten free food and mocked him at the same time because that's the ultimate move.
Like I said, I literally could have like trotted out a barbecue that you buy for like $7 at CVS when you have nothing else with charcoal and put four steaks on it and gotten more people than Shuli
Absolutely.
did with promotion at whatever it is that he was at. Was it like a pre-show thing? Was he doing like a
All right, let me explain the layout of that place. It's like in a shopping. It's in a shopping plaza. Like so up front there's a Chili's up front, and then you go down the side, and there's businesses down the side, and there's a big rectangle parking lot, and the comedy club's all the way in the back. So he's all the way in the back, way away from the street. There, you can't see that from the street. You can't see it when you're at the other businesses. So it's like really isolated. So basically, he was like at a place where no one would ever see him cooking. I mean, it really is a very nondescript area. And if you're not thinking of going there, you're not going to go there.
Why, that 68 is correct. You knew the assignment, and you failed. You failed the assignment.
Who,
you went
me?
to some sarsaparilla parade full of pirates and weirdos. And was there even alcohol at this thing?
There's
No.
not supposed to be any.
Exactly.
But I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I'm trying to be a good dad and didn't want to go see Is Really Not Funny.
It's really a shame.
It's really just he also had it. I love that he actually had that thing on the day of any Gasparilla because no one's going to notice him being around.
So I want you to know that Bon Jovial, who is, secretly always manipulating things behind the scenes like some bizarre puppet master, apparently has a video that he would like us to watch. Oh my God, Bon Jovial's playing it without us, so we're fucked. Here we go. I don't even know what's going on. I see something circling. He doesn't even.
Alright, so do I follow him? If I do, I'm going to yeah. Let me go check my Twitter now and see who I'm following.
Yeah, so there you go. Bon Jovial I guess that was his shockingly passive-aggressive way of telling you all to follow him when you have a chance. Okay?
I just unfollowed, so.
I just started following him like 2 weeks ago. Oh, God damn you. Bon is our Sydney sex pot. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, okay, so, I know, just don't pick on him, 200 followers. If he was even a little bit more active, maybe he would get some people in there. What?
Superman. Oh, this is delicious.
Yes, he does get paid in plugs. That's exactly how this works. Bond drinking warm Fosters. Okay, so discuss Tucker Carlson for a quick second because we all were discussing whether or not he would talk about it when he came back on air on Monday. And most of us kind of could have put money on the fact that he wouldn't mention it. And I think that for the most part, the reason he didn't mention it was probably not because of Tucker Carlson, but more because of Jimmy Dore. And because he doesn't really understand who the guy is, nor do I, not going to lie, but he wouldn't want to give him followers or anybody who would listen to him. And that's why he didn't mention it.
I have a little more to that. It's just that I think that he also knows that his platform is nowhere near as big as the other platform. There's
Which platform is not as big as what platform?
Like Tucker Carlson's platform is 10 times what he has now for listeners. I mean, there's no one really cares about him anymore. He doesn't have listeners listening to him daily. I mean, he's tens of people. And you're right about the Jimmy Dore thing, and when it comes down to the wig, that's the kryptonite, because that's always a kryptonite.
Yes, you are so right. You are absolutely so right.
He hasn't brought up lately about people saying him about his fake hair. He's starting to really back away from that because it's getting very obvious. I mean, it was obvious before, but now it looks ridiculously obvious.
But I think what that guy said, what that Jimmy Dore guy said, I mean, and the whole of that clip is only 5 minutes long. It was just like boom wig, boom nose, boom plastic surgery, boom teeth, like everything, just one after the other. So there's absolutely nothing he could play from that. All right, Bon Jovial. So I was about to get a screen grab of my Twitter followers being at 185 now that Dennis actually unfollowed. Did you really?
I'm such an asshole.
Did you really?
I'm such an asshole.
You're such a dick.
I'm a dick. I'm a giant dick.
I'm telling you, I literally just started following him like 2 weeks ago. I didn't even realize he had a Twitter account. I mean, not that I paid
a Twitter account.
He really is an asshole. How are your teeth feeling, Dennis?
Good. I'm actually going tomorrow to the dentist to have the actual the filling put in to where I had that massive root canal through a crown. It was great.
Oh, good. Good. That's always good. I so wish I was following Marianne from Melbourne just so I could unfollow him. Oh, jeez. You know what, Bon? You put yourself into these situations. Literally, you are like that fish in the barrel. You really are. You're just so easy to shoot, and it's just
Hey,
so.
Tiger Lily, figure out what it is.
Bon Jovial, what's your Twitter account? Did you tell everybody what your Twitter account was? Would it happen to be at Bon Jovial, or is it Bon Jovial 123 or Bon Jovial?
Unfollow Bon Jovial.
He asked for it. He did. This is all his doing. Mo, can we put up a tote board of Bon's Twitter followers? Oh my god, a tote board would be amazing.
So
Kind of like that gay guy who does makeup, and he got into a fight with some girl who does makeup, and they just like started this tote board of everybody that was unfollowing them. But he doesn't have enough people to unfollow. It would take weeks to get through all 186 people, and probably like 12 of those are his family.
No, I'm definitely not following him. Yeah, I've completely.
It's Bon Jovial 2 for anybody who needs to know this. Okay, Bon Jovial 2. So by all means, go and follow him. Unfollow Bon, like unfollow Bobo. Bobo has me blocked. Fuck him.
He has me blocked too. Oh well.
Yeah.
And so does JD. So does JD.
Melvin said, I have to go to the periodontist this week. If you could all just check in with me about this, that would be great. No need to ask about Bond's situation. That's my situation. I love the way everything on the show becomes like some ridiculous inside joke. You know, it's like everybody's so silly, and I love that about us. I really, really do. I absolutely love it. Okay, that was beautiful.
It was just a normal childish reaction since he put that stupid little video up.
Not keen on any unfollowing of me. Hey, you started it. You needed. He's like, Mon, I have something that I really need you to play at the beginning of the show. It's really good. I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever you need. I was actually scared because I thought it would be about some additional grammatical errors that he perceives in his brain that I have been doing, which are completely untrue, but okay. Okay, so we're going to start the show talking about... Oh, wait, we did start the show talking about Tucker.
This is the show? Oh, okay.
We are doing the show now, yeah. We're talking about Tucker Carlson,
and
we were talking about him absolutely not giving any kind of...
Fox?
Notice to Tucker Howard not giving any notice to Tucker.
Yeah, he basically blissfully ignored so he could.
Hi, Anthony. Yeah, so it's ignored. So that's it.
That's
done.
his move, man. It's always his move.
I kind of feel that maybe in like 2 weeks, Marianne will call in and say something about, Howard, did you hear Tucker the other day?
It's either going to be Wednesday or you're right, 2 weeks, because I have a feeling he'll be off next week for some reason.
Really? No. Didn't we just go over Martin Luther King Day? Didn't we just have that?
He had one day off. But that's just... There's a little threat here.
I will only follow Bon if he has a picture on his account. On is
Ah.
cute. I don't know why he won't show his face. And Dennis too. I mean, although Dennis does have a little Gindaloony hair going on right now.
Oh dear
Not
Lord.
gonna lie. You know, it's like this. It's like this. It's like this.
It's not exactly like that. It's more
sorta.
It's froish.
It's froey.
It's
He's
froey.
He's got some
I
froey.
got the Jimmy Vale, you know, that whole Gindaloon kind of thing.
You totally do.
I do.
And you know what? He uses Christina Brown products to tame him.
Yes, I do. I shop in the ethnic section.
Yeah, Dennis needs to get his hair did. So
Yeah, I gotta go see my guy and tell him to take a little.
I gotta go see that guy about that
Gotta go
thing.
see that guy.
All right, so what we're going to play first is the bet Howard made with JD. So, of course, the entirety of the first hour was about football, and, you know, justifiably so if you were a guy. And
you're
you
a
understood
man,
what you were
yes.
talking about.
Yes.
Because I will say that I think that this weekend was probably some of the best football that has ever been on TV. I'm not even joking. I think that it was just a phenomenal weekend of football. Every single game was great. I found time in between to watch Ozark, and and I just loved everything about it. Howard, of course, I'm pretty sure didn't watch any of it.
No, he did not.
So he just relied on his guys.
He relied on Ralph, who
recorded.
was critiquing the outfits of the team.
Right.
Outfits, yeah, 'cause,
Right. And then he just relied on recording the people who actually care about the show, about the football games, to give their impressions on it. So that would mean JD, and that would mean Richard Christie, and then of course, you know,
Jan Hine.
the Hine crab claw that he is, you know, who has zero personality, comes in and gives his 2 cents as if he knows anything about sports. Thanks,
He gambled
Zane.
on it.
Thanks, sweetheart. If anyone has dental issues, feel free to post them in the chat. Yeah, I think that's good. That's what's going to be happening. I, by the way, have no dental issues whatsoever. After having braces for 2 years and 7 teeth removed, I have like
7 teeth removed?
7 teeth, 3 impacted wisdom teeth, and then when they put the braces in, they said you don't have the space for the braces. So they took 2 up, 2 down, and yeah, just 7 teeth I lost in order to get straight teeth.
Damn.
See straight teeth. So now I get them cleaned like 3 times a year minimum, and never stop going to the dentist even during COVID.
Oh, I'm going tomorrow. Can't wait.
Oh boy.
Spend 2 hours there. Hey,
Oh, boy.
say
Oh,
Lou-hoo.
boy.
I imagine Dennis having Johnny Fratto hair. Yeah.
Okay, if Johnny Fratto
Let it grow longer.
went into a steam sauna and didn't straighten his hair, and yeah, then you would have our Dennis.
Yes.
Just saying. I mean, it was just one of, you don't need teeth in Florida.
In the big city parts, you do.
Exactly. You gotta eat some clam sometime. Yeah, it was painful, dude. It was extremely painful. I commented the entirety of it on the website. It was before we knew you, but before I actually started showing my facade on air, I had braces for like 2 years, 3 months or something like that. And I would constantly get complaints from people saying, oh my God, she sounds like she has like saliva in her mouth. She sounds like shit. Why does she sound so horrible? Monique, you should do something about your vocals. And it's like, dudes, I literally have a Full Metal Jacket of braces in my mouth.
It was impressive. It was like a flashback to high school. It was great.
Oh God, you know, I wish I would have done it sooner. Sorry, before I went to the clips, I did just want to mention one thing, and it was that on our threads, even though, you know, a lot of people died and a lot of things have happened this week, I just wanted to make a really, really quick remark about 2 people who died this week. They were part of the industry du fashion. and
Oh.
and that would be Terry Mugler, and also Andre Leontelli. And
Is
so I
it
just want to throw that
is
out there. So Terry Mugler was a phenomenal designer, made like really beautiful, like fitted dresses, really gorgeous. You know, was very, very hot in the 90s. He had some sort of really weird car accident and wound up looking like this. He just kind of really messed up his face. So everybody's always very curious as to whether or not he really was in an accident or he just decided to get some really weird plastic surgery. That's what he looks like now. So the moment I heard that he died, I went ahead and went on to Poshmark and bought this dress because I figured I needed to own a vintage Mugler because I don't own any of these. So I I went out and purchased this little doodad ditty. Not that I have anywhere to wear it to, but I just thought it was friggin' fantastic. And then Andre Leontelli is a man I met twice. He used to sometimes do talks at my school. And when you talk about a human being who's larger than life, that is him. And as big as he looks in these pictures, it's you almost can't really describe how big of a man he really was. I think he was like 6'6" or 6'7". I mean, he was a tremendous man, like just the biggest human being I think I had ever seen, because he was also, easily 300-400 pounds. I mean, he was
Oh dear God.
tremendous, just a tremendous, imposing figure. And he was editor at large at Vogue for forever and forever. He worked directly under Anna Wintour, who is this one right here, who the movie Devil Wears Prada was based on. She's a real twatso. And the funny thing about Anna Wintour is that she ordered a filet mignon medium rare every single day from Smith & Wollensky. Every single day, that's what she had for lunch, with like a small side salad on the side. That's what she eats. That's her meal for the entirety of the day. Andre, not so much. And so he wound up dying alone. Let's go with he died of COVID, because I have no idea what he died of. But I'm just going to throw that out there because that's what pretty much everybody.
He wasn't because he was 400 pounds and old.
That too. But
I mean, those are things that usually, they're
well,
not good
apparently
for
he was
you.
really, really paranoid about going outside too. So
So he didn't get any
never left his
activity either.
house.
Oh,
He never
God.
left his house, and he was in a war with the dude that actually owned the house that he was renting, and he was the guy who started Manolo Blahnik, which is like a really big shoe company that he then left and started a shoe company with Sarah Jessica Parker called SJP, which is right off of Madison Avenue, and they do basically like the exact same kind of shoe. So anyway, it's so weird because they were having this huge fight about rent, and he said he owed him like $500,000 in rent. And then the dude who owned the house, who ran Manolo Blahnik, dropped dead. He was like 62 years old, and he just dropped
There you
like
go.
in November. So I think the case was like dropped or something. So whatever, it all kind of worked out, I guess, in the end, because now they're both dead. But he was a very, very sweet man, and he was very, very affected. And, just talked with this, accent as if he didn't come from like the Bronx or wherever the hell he came from. But he was a fashion icon. And so I bid adieu to Andre Leontelli and also to Terry Mugler.
I have learned something today. I had no idea who those two guys because I'm straight. So
Did I actually put that on the stream?
no, nobody saw anything. It's okay.
Oh,
though.
holy shit. Okay. So I just gave you a whole thing without any information whatsoever. So
Yeah,
here's
it was
Terry
weird,
Mugler.
but it was okay.
That's okay. Here's Terry Mugler before and after. So you can tell he looks a little bit like weird, right?
Wow. Damn.
Yeah, it looks really weird.
Wow.
And here's Andre Leontelli, who was like 6'6" or 6'7" and tremendous.
Jesus. He is a big dude. Good
Big guy.
God.
That's a lot of silk going on there, right there.
Wow,
That's
that's
a
like
charmeuse.
1,000 silkworms that make that thing.
Yeah, I can't believe that. And then here's the dress I just bought because it was beautiful.
Ooh.
So I'm excited to own that. Yeah, it was vintage.
As you know what it's a tea dress.
It's a titty dress.
A
for sure.
titty dress.
I have nowhere to wear it, but it looked really fucking
Oh,
hot.
come on, there's
so
plenty of places to wear it. Yes,
So
there
this is a
are.
vintage 90s Mugler, and I bought it literally the moment I heard
I
he
can
died.
find you places to wear it down here.
Because I figured whatever price I paid for it, it was going to triple by the time the morning
Absolutely.
came around.
So you have to
So
insure
fuck
it
'em.
now.
Yeah, so Andrew Leo Talley, he was just a big, beautiful man and super sweet and very affected, but a giant. He was just a giant. Sorry I didn't have that shared.
That's okay.
Apologies in advance. So I will remove that right now. And we will go on to our...
Clips, yes.
Thank you, Miss Beaverhausen. I do too. I can't wait till I get it. Yeah, that was one of those things where you just had to kind of take advantage of it like immediately. I mean, I hate the fact that he died, but you know what? I'm very into like buying those things. Mo, for example, can you wear that to your next dental office visit? I could. I mean,
It could. It'd be kind of
I could. I believe Tom Ford made that blue the cape, not cake, for Andre. Yeah, I think you're right. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the show. Just wanted
Okay,
to
the
throw
show.
that out there.
Yes.
There is a show. There is a show to be had.
Oh my God.
And we are going to do that right this moment. So let me get to the clip of JD. So give me 2 seconds here. Let me get myself comfortable. Ugh. See, I was chilly now. I'm hot. Okay.
Are you ready now?
Yeah, I'm wearing a sus t-shirt tonight from, my favorite boy who died, which is Lil Peep. I'm very into
I wish I actually knew what that.
I know.
That's okay though.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. I have no idea.
Here we go, my lovers. Here we go.
Burn his Kansas City Chiefs jersey and his hat, the one that has all the dirt on it, and everyone congratulates him.
So basically, they're doing a bet now for next
Yeah,
week's games.
a staged bet.
Him
next week's
and
game.
Richard. Yeah, stage bet.
Yeah.
On his hat. And JD, if you lose, Richard gets to stare at your dick for 60 seconds.
Wait,
Oh, I like that.
Oh, now you're in, huh?
Yeah, I've always
it.
wondered about that cock. It's got to be huge.
Why? Why would you
Well,
think that?
JD says he has average dick energy, so that's pretty good.
What do you think of
I
that
don't want
bet?
anyone seeing my dick. I think
That's
he's
why-
got
that's why it's a
beer can
bet.
dick.
That's
Don't
why it's
you
a bet.
believe in your bangles?
All right, I'll give you a
Okay.
choice. I'll give you a choice.
All right.
You either let Richard, if he wins the bet and Kansas City wins, Richard gets to stare at your dick for 60 seconds, or you got to give Richard your spelling bee trophy from grammar school.
Oh,
So, in what world, in what universe, in what alternate reality would a bet rely on one man staring at a coworker? Sorry. One coworker
I mean,
staring at another coworker's penis for 60 seconds.
yeah. I mean, you knew this was coming. I mean, I've listened along. You knew this was coming. You knew it was gonna go to dick. You knew it. You knew it was gonna happen,
Absolutely.
and it did. But
Full
the whole
sale energy for sure.
full sale. The thing is, so first of all, the bet is insane. I mean, it is. It's literally it is insane. So Richard has this this hat that he's had forever, that he has allegedly memories with, whatever, and his jersey. So he has to burn them, which is just dumb. And then you have JD, that big blob Jabba the Hutt looking thing that is going to drop drawer on, I guess, Zoom, and show his junk to his coworker, and of course his boss, who's going to stare there salivating at it too. Yeah, this just makes perfect sense. It's just in a normal man's world. Yeah, this is just completely normal. I mean, it honestly, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
what's
just,
that guy's name that was on with them? Jonathan Blatt?
Jonathan Blitt. Remember we
Blitt.
did a thing on. He was actually on
He's a
our
little
on
hairy. Yeah.
the unhirables. Yeah, because he went and actually went to JD's abode, and I guess watched
Recorded
watched
him
the game
and watched the game with him.
Yeah, recorded and watched the game with him. That was just fucking disturbing. Oh, sorry, it was just disturbing in so many levels. Everything about it was just wrong. Seriously, he went and just they just cut him like getting upset at the game, just like isolated. But the funny part is that it seems like there was no one else there.
Well, see, I was wondering about that too because I heard nothing in the background. There was no
Nothing
like
else.
outside noises.
Nope.
It was just like this total isolated, unless they isolated him, which they could have done.
It could have, but it was just really weird because it was, the unknown human that was over there never really mentioned anything about never mentioned anything about Tank at all. I mean, he really didn't say anything about what Tank was doing because you'd figure that would be kind of part of it. With at least say JD's wife during the game because he's getting so caught up in it, did this and this. That was never part of the conversation.
Well, also, didn't they though also record Richard?
Yeah, they did.
And I didn't hear I didn't hear anything there either.
Yeah, but
and he has two kids and a wife.
He has two kids, but I guess where he was watching it, he had to stay quiet. Like he was clapping with the palms, the bottom of his palms.
Right, that was so weird and gay.
It was just bizarre. I mean, it was just everything about it is just weird. I mean, there's nothing normal on this show anymore. I mean, it is really.
Oh,
done
John
by...
Doe, I'm so sorry that you actually wrote that. What happened to the hot naked chicks and rock and sexiness? Really, John?
Put a picture of the fidget spinner. That's all you got.
Really?
The ginger fidget spinner.
You get
there
nothing.
You go.
You get nothing. This is it. This is as much as you get. Monique, why was the Jennifer Tanko thread removed from RadioGunk? It is not removed, silly Billy. So we have a section on the website now called Members Only. And you have to be a member in order to go in there and see it. So we figured it was just easier than basically her trolling us and constantly sending me emails about how her friends were upset that we put them on the site. So we put it into a members only section. So if you sign in, you can see that a couple of other threads that are in there that were really not appropriate for the front page of our site. So yeah, that's where it is now. But it's there. It's just not, open for all.
No, as well it shouldn't be. So this whole segment was just, I mean, the whole setup. This is like an hour in. I mean, literally, this is an hour into the thing. Hour.
Yeah.
The whole setup to this is like Mr. Blackswell talking about football and just having absolutely no clue of what was going on. Then Blobbin chiming in like she's been watching football all her life. She barely knows anything about the game. And then you have Jan Hine and then Monkey comes in, and then JD comes in, and Richard comes in, and you knew the bet was coming. You just knew that somewhere or the other there was going to be like penis shown. There was going to have to be somewhere in that thing because you just knew it was coming, and it was just sad.
You're so cute. Yes, Tank has emailed me several times. I have been in contact with her several times. She writes to me. Like that. Yeah. Shit happens. I mean, what do you want me to say? Yes, she does. Yeah, like that. The bots are back, just so you know, yes. So everybody please ignore them. I wish somebody was on my YouTube account so they can get rid of them, but okay, whatever.
I'm
all right.
I'm not, so it's okay. Someone else's, I guess.
I'm gonna text Bon right now though, so
I think he got it. Maybe.
Let's see.
So yeah, I mean, it just has to go back to that because he's 112% straight man. Because all straight men want is see another man's junk. It's just the way it is. It's honestly
Well, that's what they do now, so that's okay. And I guess
that's what it is. I guess it does. Yeah. No icky vagina.
Exactly. When Robin started calling them the Bangles, I turned it off.
The Bangles. Yeah, that she did call them the Bangles.
Okay,
yeah.
So our next
they did
clip,
walk like an Egyptian, right?
So our next clip is about of course, we had to talk about Meatloaf, who had been on the show several times actually.
He had?
Yeah, apparently like 5 or 6 times. I don't
Why don't
remember.
I remember any of that?
I don't remember.
I don't remember any of that. Honestly, I'm so sorry.
I don't either. But curiously, Howard said he started out as an actor before he got into music, and I did not know that either.
Well, is that true though? Because Howard could be just saying
I
that.
feel like it must be. I was on the phone with Xavier the other day, and he said, "Yeah, do you remember him from blah 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 movie?" And I'm like, "I have no idea what you're talking about." And so we went on YouTube to play it, and sure enough, there's Meatloaf.
Oh, he was on Rocky Horror, but that was after he was already famous.
If anybody could let us know what was the movie that Meatloaf was in, I'd be interested in knowing, like an early one. So just kind of let us know if you get a chance. Yes, no, Howard wasn't jealous of Meatloaf, but of course he needed to make mention. Oh, yes. Thank you so much. He was in Fight Club.
Yeah, but Fight Club was after he was famous.
Was it?
Fight Club came out in like the 90s.
It was such a weird visual of him because he was like a guy with like these tremendous breasts. Do you remember that? It was just so disturbing.
That's Meatloaf, though. I mean, he was a large man. You don't get the
but he
nickname
was
Meatloaf.
he was meant to have these like big boobs, is what it was. So I'm not necessarily sure what the story was behind that. I haven't seen Fight Club in 1,000 years, but he was in Rocky Horror.
Yeah, but that's after Bat Out of Hell. So
Is Rocky Horror after Bat Out of Hell? Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
His name was still Robert Paulson. All right, somebody look into this for us because that'd be really, really cute. Just really interested in knowing what that was.
Maybe it was close because that's really close.
No, they weren't man-teats though. They were like breasts. They were like legit breasts.
Breasticles? He had breasticles?
He had breasticles. Hold on, I gotta look that
He had
up.
better breasticles than Beth.
Loaf, Fight Club, breasts. Hang on.
All right.
Meatloaf said he felt sorry for women with large breasts after being faced with a challenging costume in Fight Club. So of course it was a costume. Here, this is classic. Hang on a second.
It's classic Meatloaf.
Classic Meatloaf. Hang on, let me
Classic
show it to you.
Meatloaf.
Give me a second here. Let me share the screen so that you may all appreciate what I had to suffer with the other day. Here we go. Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Oh, that's wow.
Yeah, those aren't meatloafs. That's just that was like for the. I've seen women that look like that though. Not gonna lie.
So have I.
I've seen those in New York.
Yes, so have I. I know what you're talking about.
A little bit on the disturbing side. Not gonna lie, with the nipples and everything, it's like
The nipples and everything. You gotta have the nippos. You gotta have nippos.
I love it. Yeah. Okay. So you're right. That is absolutely after Bat Out of Hell. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
But it's driving me crazy because I was so sad to hear Meatloaf died. And then like a day later, after I was sad about it, I went back and listened to some of the music. They're saying now, no one's really sure, just like with Meatloaf stuff, but the cause was probably COVID.
No, it's cancer.
The dreaded COVID, because the dude was against getting the vaccine. And he was against wearing masks. Can you imagine Meatloaf?
All right, so this is really pure sociopathic behavior. Really, this is what sociopathic behavior sounds like. He's a sociopath. Sociopath is having no feelings for another human being and loving to enjoy the suffering of others with a fake story just because it fits your little twisted world of beliefs.
That's his thing now, though. That's him. That's who he is now.
I know, but Jesus. I mean, that's demented. I mean, seriously, that is demented logic going on there.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's just so amazingly toxic. That is a great word for it.
Listen to this clip because I was really kind of shocked when I heard it, and I'm sure you'll know what it is when you hear it as well, my friend. So let's just play this, and we'll talk about it on the other side. All right, here we go.
You got a big dick, Ronnie?
Average.
Yeah.
Not as big as your dad's.
No.
Yeah, me neither. My mom's got pretty big hips, though, and big tits. So I think she could handle a big cock. I think my mom can, no sweat. And I remember seeing her vagina.
That is probably the most disturbing thing he's ever said. Yeah.
How disgusting is that?
That's on the scale of 1 to 10. That's like a 12. I mean, that's pretty bad. I mean, and but putting it in a perspective, because he has kind of gone on about this this has been for a while, but now it's at the point where he is a grandfather. They are in their 90s, and he's discussing this. Yeah.
Think about it, though, guys. Think about it. Think about the fact that he's trying to tell us that his father has such a big penis, and because his mother has big hips, and his mother, I mean, she's like a frail 90 pounds if she's a lot.
Yeah. At this point, yeah.
But she has big hips and big titties, and she probably has a really big hole.
Yep.
I mean, seriously, his psychotherapist should be like burned at the stake.
Oh yeah, this is malpractice.
After we burn his Maserati, we should burn
you
him
mean his
at the
garage full of them? He this is medical malpractice at like a level that has never been seen before. I mean,
It's
seriously.
disgusting. Everything about the show today was kind of vile. Not only was it sexual harassment for the employees, then of course we got into COVID talk, which lasts for about an hour. Then we go into the size of Ronnie's penis, because he was trying to have Ronnie do the Haftorah, which is the thing that you say at your bar mitzvah, and Ronnie couldn't figure it out. And then that led into the conversation about how big their penises are. And that led into that disgusting, vile thing that he... Yeah, I wonder what Howard's sister thinks of this.
All right, so Howard's... wait, I'm going to give you an idea. Howard's sister got a retirement from 112. She just blissfully ignores it. I honestly, she just takes the money and just whatever. Because she did get paid off by 112. She retired from there.
Who
she
did?
She was on the 112. She was on the 112 retirement plan. Ellen
I don't
Stern.
remember the sister being on the 112 retirement plan.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
Really?
Yep. Yeah. She was on Ellen Stern.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, he
Uncle
had a couple.
Larry, is that true?
He had a couple of them set up, and she was on one of them.
Huh, interesting. Well, he's got to take care of the whole family, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because I think she did something photography or whatever. She ended up being,
She does all the photography for No Shore Animal League.
Yeah, so there's the whole...
As we know.
That whole thing. So...
I was talking to one of our friends of show today who said there's absolutely no way that he will be able to be re-signed. There is no way
no.
they will pay him the money that he will continue to demand. I was like, don't be so sure. I don't think they have a lot of stuff to hang their hat on these days.
So let's put this in perspective. He will be 74 years old? 73 years old at the end of the contract? 73?
How old is he now? 68, 69,
69.
77,
He's 69.
72? No, he's 68.
He's 69. Oh, he's 68. That's right. He's not 68. He's 68. You're right. 68 years old.
Okay.
Robin is 69. That's actually kind of funny.
Robin is 69.
Yeah, and Ronnie's 71 now?
Yes.
Jesus.
All right, let's see if this works. This is the end of the show. He looked up at the time and said, well, Mr. Clock says it's time for us to end the show. We've done more than our fair share of shows, so Mr. Clock says it's time for us to go.
3 hours.
Wow.
Well, good times, as they say.
Lots of fun.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, I see by Mr. Clock we've run out of time. I do want to mention that tomorrow Johnny Knoxville will be with us. We get to ask him about what the hell is going on in this guy's life.
Nothing.
Worth $75 million, and he's still, man, he is still tough as nails. Getting gored by
he even
bulls.
did that cannon thing, like he's done that before, and it never works out well. He got it again.
Yeah, so why would we actually have somebody on that pretty much is going to say the exact same thing that he has said every single time he has ever been on the show, ever?
Because he's going to do 2 hours with him. 2 hours with him. I'm going to be at the dentist. Oh, here, good. It's going to be 2 hours with him, and he's going to pull one nugget. There's going to be one nugget there that's going to get press released, and that is what is the whole thing's going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Horatius763. Definitely listen to the show with earbuds and not the phone speakers. Wiggy's talking about his father's cock and his mother, and everyone turned and looked before I could turn it down.
Yeah.
Are you talking about his mother's giant hole? Is that what we're talking
giant
about?
hole. That's why you didn't say you could drive a truck through it.
Knoxville is absolutely grade Z comic. You know, it's curious. I think Knoxville is part of like that group. And I think a movie like Jackass coming out, like Jackass 12 or whatever it is, Howard is the interview of last resort, right? So
Yep.
that's what you do. You go to Howard when you've probably gotten like really bad reviews during like previews, you know, and you
that
decide
true?
that this is what you need to do. And
Abe took us. Is that true? Knoxville is a Sirius personality? Like he has a show on Sirius? He has a contract with them?
Oh, I did not know this.
So that I mean, this is really it's a totally non-guest. This is honestly it's like
Wow.
Jesus.
Wow.
You talk about just low-hanging fruit. This is on the ground. I mean, it's not even hanging fruit. It's just you're picking it up.
I get that Jackass, I guess back in the day was maybe kind of funny just in
20
terms
years
of
ago.
Yeah, just in terms of like guy humor and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, how old? How
25
wait,
years ago. Let's see how long.
So how
ago
old is
Jackass
this guy?
was.
This guy's still getting himself hit in the
50s-ish,
nuts.
maybe?
He's in his 50s. It's time to stop.
And he's still getting kicked in the nuts.
I mean, it's time to stop at this point. I mean, dude, it's time to stop.
Okay, wait, hold
It's
on.
actually gone from funny to sad.
Knoxville. If somebody
He's
can
on
look
Outlaw
up
Country. Oh my God.
what?
Yeah, Abe took us. He's on Outlaw Country. He's on the country station.
Are you kidding? And by the way,
No,
Johnny
that's what he
Knoxville,
said.
Johnny Knoxville's real name is Philip John Clapp.
Clap. He has to clap.
Phil Clapp.
Go clap.
Okay, Jackass was in 2000.
Oh my God.
Okay, so we're talking 21 years ago. 21 years ago, you guys.
Yeah, I think it's run its course. And
Jackass, the movie was 2002, and then, various and sundry jackasses. But yeah,
sundry jackasses.
sundry jackasses. Yeah, so this is, I guess he's got to pay the bills. But as Howard said on the show this morning, because he asked Siri how much was Johnny Knoxville worth, and apparently he was worth $75 million. So he doesn't understand why he would still like smash his penis
I don't
with
think
bricks
you know
and
those
stuff
things
like
are
that.
always fake.
And they always take real estate into consideration.
Yeah, and that's
think
not
that they-
liquid. That's illiquid.
Yes, and you know what? I have a whole article about how much everybody on the show is worth that I really want to do a show on at some point in the near future. Because all the numbers on it were absolutely ridiculous. Does he walk
Grain of
around
salt.
with a colostomy bag?
You should.
Is this really true?
They should for the stuff that happened to him. I mean, I don't understand how I've seen some stuff happening. I don't know how he functions.
Yes, David, his last name is Clapp, but that's with two P's, like clap. Clap.
Like that.
He's totally. That's just one hand. It's just one hand clapping, or like Richard today clapping for his favorite Viking team, and what he
Like
was
this.
doing is he was like beating his chest like this.
No, he was doing this like I'm doing right now. The bottom of your underneath where your thumbs are, with the wrist right there, like that. That's how he was. That's how he was clapping.
Oh my God, that's so pathetic.
That's sad. It's
So yeah, see, so this show is
Catheter.
emblematic of how horrible the show was today, because our show was equally horrible, except we got you through it in an hour. So at least there's that.
Oh my God! Knoxville broke his urethra. No, I'm dear God. There's no amount of money. No, there's no amount of money.
Oh, he
No.
did. He suffered some serious groin injury.
No money's worth that.
Last time Johnny was on, he said he temporarily had a bag.
Oh my God.
Well,
no.
you know, because every guest on the Stern Show is like the last time the guest was on, so I'm sure he'll go right back to
the bag?
same exact
Hey,
information.
Maybe Robin can share some of her stories. Yeah,
You guys should do a review of the most ridiculous Stern obituaries. They're all ridiculous,
Oh
sweetheart.
my god! Every one of them gets more ridiculous. I think that one radio guy was it 2 years ago that no one knew about that he went on for an hour. That was pretty ridiculous.
And the funny thing is that they're actually eulogies. They're not obituaries.
an
and it's so
obituary is
stupid that
written.
he says that.
Well, and you know what? It isn't to be funny. I think it's just that he's that stupid. He really is that
I
stupid.
think you're right. I think you're right.
This is a man that said he can't watch a football game and do something else. That's amazing.
That is amazing. Everybody can watch football and do something else. I watch football and do something else all the time. That's what you do. Oh my God, a dirt bike fell down on his crotch.
Good God! Oh my God, I gotta get a bag of ice now. I'm in pain.
8 of the original Jackass movie guys are dead. And
Oh my
yes,
God! Well,
and let's
yeah.
take a look at Bam, the giant head Majera, who, literally is like probably they're going to find him in a hotel OD'd at some point in the near future as well. So that'll make 9. Yeah, I don't know. I have no interest in Jackass. So whatever. Eulogies for Algernon. Oh, that's so cute. I love that reference. That's beautiful.
Wow.
That's beautiful. Okay, Beth's Lily assistant. Why do you think that Richard's bit was 100% pre-recorded? Are you talking about him talking about his team, or about seeing JD's penis if he wins the
thing
contest?
is, all that happened yesterday. That was unfortunately live. Yeah, that was live. It was scripted, but it was live.
It was a horrible show. There was nothing about it that was of any note or of any interest.
Why doesn't Howard take an IQ test? Because he's an idiot.
Because he can't.
Because he can't pass an IQ test.
He can't pass the IQ test.
He can't pass it.
He would find out that he's actually stupider than Sal, and that would kill him. He could never actually do that and find out the truth. And I think that even if he did have a truthful IQ test, he would lie about it. Or he would make them lie about it. There's just no way that he would admit to the fact. Don't forget, he didn't get into college. He went to 13th grade.
Yes, he did.
He went to remedial BU because he couldn't get into regular BU.
Wait, and he got a remedial BU only because his father found a way to get him in remedial BU. That was favors.
Really?
Well, his father. If you read a lot, if you kind of read between the lines, the story.
We love you, Ida Greenbacks. Thank you so much.
Oh my God,
that.
1999. But if you read between the lines on it, the way he talks, it really does seem like Ben really, because he was he went to the he was going to the school of communications up there, and Ben knew a lot of people in the business because he had a recording studio. So I mean, you would almost think that he would help his retarded son
I
get
feel
into a
weirdly
school.
though. I feel like his father retired like in his 50s, and I feel like he
58.
retired
58.
before. So how old was he like when Howard?
Oh,
was
he was
going
young
to
when
he was young. Like he retired in the 60s. No.
No. He retired in the 80s.
I mean, he is 200 years old. So do the math.
He
So-
retired in the 80s. He retired. He was
Not in the 80s.
no, he was going to be 50. No, I'm sorry, 1980 he retired. It's because he was born.
He's 97 years old.
So that's 1924. So then
1924.
all right,
Yeah,
add 50
1924.
makes 74, 8 makes 82. So I told you it was the 80s.
Okay. No,
So
but
there you
50 would be 1974.
Right, and then add 8
And then
years,
60 would be 1984. And
Right.
then
take away 2 and it makes it 1982.
okay. And
So still, he was
Okay, but
out
so
of college.
still.
He was way out of college by the time he retired. Both his kids had gone through college, and he retired at 58.
Yeah. Okay, everybody's asking if they thought it was Steve O and not Johnny Knoxville who had the bad penis issue.
I don't know. I don't keep track of that stuff.
I don't know, and I can't look it up anymore, so I really have no idea.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
the
could
Stearns
if I
are
wanted
absolutely
to, but
vampires.
how do you ask Google that? Hey, whose
Stearns are
junk is
vampires.
damaged from Jackass?
The Stearns are vampires, but you know what's going to happen, though, is one of them is going to pass away and the other one
And the
will
other one's
follow
gone.
shortly thereafter.
Absolutely.
For sure. Yeah. Not sure how else to explain without playing it. What are we talking about, Beth Lowly assistant? Or blah? as you would be called.
Mm.
It's right where he talks about his team.
Yep.
You can hear a terrible edit when he's screaming starts to come in on his previous comment. All right, we'll have to listen for that. And if I find it in the playback, I'll put it on for tomorrow's show. But Beth's lowly assistant, if you can give me like a timestamp on that. I mean, if you listen to the show still, if you can give me a timestamp on that, I'll go look for it. And let's stop with what math?
Google...
Okay, we're just trying to figure out when he retired, Sin. Jesus Christ.
Come on. That wasn't the stupid math bit. It was literally how you figure
it
out.
really wasn't the stupid math
bit. It was
bit.
like, okay, it's like, well, 15 and 8, and it's 1982. I mean, duh. But,
yeah, and you know
so
what?
I
I never went to third grade, so I never learned math. I literally am sitting here with my phone with the calculator out because I didn't. I'm literally doing like 98 minus 2021.
I usually could do that a lot faster in my head because math is my life. But we've been talking about really, really stupid things, and it's late.
Steve-O has staples in his nutsack.
That's great. That's awesome.
They all had their wieners crushed.
Wow, that's great. Dirt bike broke his pecker. That's a wonderful
somebody else
thing.
said that.
Yeah, that's
kill a shit man. So make sure to like and comment and subscribe and hit the little bell thingy. And so what we're going to try and do, just so you all know for going forward, it's really a lot for us to be like 3 or even 4 people on these shows that we try to do for like an hour, hour and a half. Because you know how we go off on tangents and everything's a friggin' issue. And, next thing you know, they're talking about like, a football game or basketball or something like that. And so to keep these shows kind of concise, it's going to be a lot easier going forward where I'll throw it out to the guys and whoever can make it, and if they can't, they can't. And that's it. It just has to be that way so that at least, we're not like talking on top of each other or jumping on each other. And it's just like an easier way to do the show by just having a nice, easy show like we did today. Thanks for hanging with us tonight. Please join us for any discussion at RadioGunk.com in the forum section. Follow us on Instagram or Twitter at RadioGunk. And don't forget to like this and subscribe to us and hit that little bell so that you